All right. Some people. So okay, I'm back. Some people with disabilities have wheelchairs, walkers, crutches, and how to spell the word crutches is CRU CRU uh CRUTCHES, crutches. All right, and crutches look like. Well, just Google it. I don't have time. I don't have time to explain all that. but yeah. Just go on Google Images, and you'll see what they look like. All right. So, uh, so I'm gonna just get straight to the point on this video. I had to break all that down so you all be able to understand and comprehend people who are disabled. All right. So the spiritual and divine purpose of people with disabilities. Okay. So let's start with quadriplegics. So quadriplegics, their spiritual and celestial purpose on the planet is to simply spread love. You might have a parent that may have a person with a disability might have a parent that may have birth defects. The pregnancy went well, but the child might have a physical issue, right? So, a quadriplegic's spiritual and divine purpose on life is to spread love and to show their parents, grandparents, and or siblings, cousins, nieces, nephews, so on. Their job is to show. Their job is to show their able-bodied parents how to. Their job is to show their able-bodied family how to love. Excuse me. Now, but before I go to the paraplegics, I just want to say this. So, last night I was on one of my Instagram friends. I was on their live stream, and I basically tried to ask the question of what is a disability individual's spiritual and celestial purpose in life, and so I'm trying to get the answer from the person that's on the live stream, because they teach as well. So I'm trying to get messages from her, and the person that's not the teacher is answering, and I'm just like, woman, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the person that's teaching on the live stream. So I have this philosophy that I have a philosophy that goes that in the midst of in the midst of chaos and confusion, there's always clarity and understanding, right? So the message that I got from our ancient ancestor Tahuti, who's also known as Thoth or Thoth in the Greek mythology. Well, I'm sorry, the Greek translation of its name. Another Greek aspect of Tahuti would be the god Hermes. Okay. Anyway, so the message I got from Tahuti was first of all, the reason why a lot of able-bodied people won't speak to or speak for the disability community is because that's not their reality. So it's hard for them to relate. And me and another handicapped individual that I know, we were just one of the lucky ones for conscious and subconscious able-bodied individuals to even speak to us and want to teach us stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, for those who are able-bodied, it's very difficult. So the quadriplegic's purpose on the planet is to spread love and for their family members and friends to learn how to love, because that family member might have gone through a lot of trauma, you know, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse, you know, domestic violence, SA, which is, you know, sexual. You get it. But yeah, the quadriplegic's purpose on Earth is to spread love and to show people how to love and to learn how. That's why you'll see a lot of them, they'll smile or grin just because they're happy with the thought and the idea of living. Okay? And they wanna have fun doing so. Alright? So now with the quadriplegic. Now with the quadriplegic, I wanna say the purpose for them on planet Earth is similar to what it would be like if a able-bodied human was living on the planet. Their purpose is to do what every other able-bodied human, what they think their purpose is. You know, some who are paraplegic, I almost said quadriplegic. Some who are paraplegic are meant to be teachers, Yeah, teachers, doctors, lawyers. Shoot, some might even work in a construction site. I don't know. I never watched videos on those, but I'm sure it's possible. You have paraplegics that are politicians. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised if you see them. Community activists. Okay, that's the mundane side of it. I, for one, am a spiritual teacher and spiritual practitioner, meaning I practice magic. Yes, all right, and it's also in my ancestry. Okay, so now let's get to the spiritual and celestial side of it. So the spiritual the spiritual side of the quadriplegic is to spread love and to show other souls how to love, right? On earth. Okay? Now, celestially speaking, they might come across a able-bodied person that's very theosophical, right? What do I mean by theosophical? That's somebody that teaches metaphysical and occult like learning. All right, I'm saying that from a educational academia point of view. All right. So, the quadriplegic might come across somebody who is able-bodied that teaches metaphysics, teaches the philosophy of alchemy and occultism. So, even though the quadriplegic might not be able to do the work physically, at the key for the able-bodied person to do is to just share with them the knowledge, and a quadriplegic will shake their head. They'll either shake their head yes or no, or they might move their head upward to express the emotion of maybe. You know, when you try to get them to understand something, so they might shake their head yes, or they might shake their head side to side, meaning no, or they might look up, or they might look side to side, up and down, all around, just to express the emotion of confusion, right? So overall, the quadriplegic individual, when it comes to teaching them metaphysics, alchemy, and occultism, or in its ultimate totality, theosophy as a whole, your job as the able-bodied human, knuckleheads, is to share with them that they are the gods and goddesses that able-bodied humans that live everyday life in general are looking for. And yes, some quadriplegics are these gods and goddesses that people read about in your mythologies, right? Excuse me. So, for the quadriplegic, they might not be able to be active as far as practicing, they might be able to understand it. However they're able to perceive and conceive it, but they might not be able to be active in it as far as doing the work, right? So your job and my job as able-bodied and disability able-bodied individuals, our job as far as quadriplegics is to just tell them the knowledge, so that when they die and you go to meet them in the celestial realms, they could look at you and go, "Hey, I remember you. You're the guy that was teaching me all that metaphysical, alchemical, and magical knowledge, right?" And you go, "Yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, look at me now. I'm a king. I'm a queen. I'm a god. I'm a goddess." So if you give a quadriplegic individual that knowledge, and you do it with the intention and action and thought of love, because I'm gonna tell some of y'all right now, some of y'all ain't teaching this type of academia with love, and y'all should be. And I find that very disappointing. To be honest, personally, yeah. So it's like you could teach a quadriplegic human theosophy, but they won't be able to, and from the human mundane level, they may or may not be able to understand it, but if they can comprehend what you're saying, tell them, so that when it's their time to leave the planet physically, they'll already be living in and existing within their light body. So by that time, that person that was quadriplegic will be like, "Hey, I could walk, I could talk, and I might not remember everything, but I do remember you teaching me theosophical thought and idealism, right?" So yeah, that's the soul and spiritual purpose of the quadriplegic. Because remember, as I said, some of them are your remember, as I said, some of them are your gods, goddesses, ETs, dragons, gnomes, elves, fairies. You know what I mean? So when you see a quadriplegic and they start drooling and stuff, that's just their human that's just their human meat suit expressing itself in the way that it was meant to be designed. So don't be afraid to talk to them. They have a right to be communicated. just like we as paraplegics and y'all as able-bodied people do. So show us the same respect. The only limitations we have is our physical limitations, and for some of us, if not most of us, collective wise, some of us won't reach our full potential in theosophical thought until after death. Okay? Paraplegics. For those of us that are in wheelchairs, walkers, and crutches, we are also your gods, goddesses, angels, elves, gnomes, and for most of us, some of us are able to. No, most of us are able to understand theosophical thought, idealism, and academia, because we are fully functional, aware type beings. We just operate in different ways. Y'all should know that. Brother Planet talked about that. You know, you and your girl might be chilling or whatever, and a handicapped dude coming out, be like, "Where the ladies?" And you just be like, "Oh man, how do I talk to this individual?" So yeah, we are also your kings, queens, gods, goddesses, dragons, gnomes, elves, male and female vampires, werewolves, saber wolves. We all that. We all that. But see, the key is telling them how powerful they are. The key is telling them how great and important people with mental and physical disabilities are. People with autism are kings, queens, emperors, empresses, gods and goddesses, and ethereal superhumans. That's why in biblical scripture, and I'm paraphrasing, it says, don't be deceived by a person's appearance, because you just might be entertaining an angel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I got a couple of channeling messages coming for y'all real soon. So, yeah, y'all. I'm sorry it took me so long to explain the topic of what I wanted to share today, but I just wanted to break all that stuff down so y'all be able to get it, process it, and hopefully you understand it. If you don't, that's your ignorance.